translating into the cost that you budgeted for. And that's a key difference because it's not the actual cost. For example, I have work package number 1, work package number 2. So the first work package, my budgeted cost for that is $5,000. And work package 2, my budgeted is $6,000. So if I completed both of them, my earned value is $11,000. However, my actual cost for work package 1 is $6,000. And my actual cost for work package 2 is $7,000. So my earned value is $11,000. My actual cost is actually $13,000. And the difference between my actual cost and earned value would be, anyone want to give it a try? Is
budget overrun.
Yeah, it's a budget. Well, in this case, yeah, it's a budget overrun. Yeah.
So what's it called? Cost variance.
Yes, it's a variance.
The planned value and the earned value, they are actually the same thing. The only thing is that earned value is already happened, plan is not yet happened. So the earned value is
the difference between earned value and planned value is another formula. The difference between earned value and actual cost is another thing.
Okay.
Here. Okay, so just now you answered cost variance, right? Yeah. So difference between your earned value and the actual cost give you your cost variance. The difference of your earned value versus your planned value give you the schedule variance.
But when you talk schedule,
let's go back.
We have to think about time. But the difference between earned value and the planned value is like $1 a month.
It will give you a time. Because your earned value is expressed in dollar plus time. That is your earned value. If you look at your earned value, the value of the work performed expressed in terms of approved budget assigned to the work. And your value of work is the actual value and your time or your duration. Put it this way, it's actually your duration and your timing. It has two components. This one is more straightforward to understand, right? Your earned value versus your actual cost. Your earned value versus your planned value, because your planned value, if you look at the definition of the planned value, it's the budget assigned to the work to be performed. Actually, your planned value have two values in it. One is the actual plan, the dollar value. The other is the duration or the timing. Because your plan is not a dollar plan, right? If you actually go back to your project plan, plan is a scheduling plan. So it's a timed cost. Timed. Yeah, timed cost. That's your actual plan. So that's why these actually have two dimensions, the dollar value and the time in it. So when the project is complete, what would be the result of your schedule variance? When the project is complete,
should be zero.
What is your earned value?
The budget.
Yeah, the earned value would be equal to your planned value, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you complete it, so it will become a zero. So if you have a question to say your SV is equal, which stage of the project you are at now? And you have IPECC, right? Initial planning. We're going to choose this one, right? Closure. So look at the last two. These last two, SPI and CPI, these are index. These are the things that will give you a percentage result. Okay, I think I have a question to ask you guys before. So your earned value minus your actual cost is your cost variance, right? So if you get cost variance, which one indicates an overrun, a cost overrun?
Negative.
Why?
Because you spend much more than
If it's negative, it means it's right. So it means your earned value is less than your. So your actual is greater than earned value. So this means you have an overrun, right? Your actual is greater than earned value. So does the same concept apply to schedule variance? A negative schedule variance will indicate an overrun, time overrun. Yeah, the same. So in your test, you will need to, some questions you will need to be able to interpret whether you have a cost or budget overrun based on. So you will actually ask you to do a calculation, and based on the calculation, you need to select a choice which one is budget overrun, something like that. That's how it's being tested. So schedule performance index is, instead of doing the minus, you are actually doing a division. Earned value divided by the planned value, which is your SPI. Earned value divided by is what will give you the cost performance index. So for SPI, which is greater than 1, what does that mean? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of steady.
Let's see. So when it's greater than 1, that means your EV divided by PV is greater than 1, right? So your EV is greater.
Yeah, kind of steady.
You're ahead of schedule. Yeah, you're doing better than planned, right? So remember that for this two, right? When you get any of this index greater than 1, you're doing better than planned. Yeah. So for the variances, anything negative, you are doing worse. So remember the dimensions. If you don't, then do this computation that I did. This computation allows you to move the numbers around and you'll get to where it is. It just consumes a little bit more time. If you're not sure, do this calculation. So reversely, if you have any of this smaller than 1, you're in trouble. Exactly. You need to weigh the control process, right? So you're going to initiate change request.
From your boss.
So you'll get calculation questions. If you test it directly, it will test the result of your calculation. So it will give you selections and you just pick whatever result it is. If it tests you indirectly, you will need to understand the implications. When do you need even more indirectly, do you think you need to take corrective or preventive actions? Do you need to have any change requests? Or a more straight way would be, is there a budget overrun? Is there a cost overrun? Questions on this part? Are we good? So this is a chart. Can anybody tell me? We have seen this similar chart, right? So I think I already asked the question, right? Are we okay here? Are we doing okay here?
Yeah. Yes. Around 0.
So sometimes your question could be, you can also get a chart. And it's asking you to interpret the chart, do you have a problem?
We're going to do critical ratio, and that's not part of it. Critical ratio.
Critical ratio?
Yeah.
What do you mean by critical ratio?
It's a part of the formula. I'm asking you if it's covered up in it.
Which formula?
Critical ratio. CPI times SPI. That's a PMP. Yeah.
Ah.
That is not the it's not the order. That's one listing first.
There's another formula. We haven't come across that, but it's not this part. This part becomes the denominator. But we'll see that later. But not the critical ratio, not the direct critical ratio. So if you see this to be the cost baseline, right? And this is your expenditure. Then you have an overrun, right? So make sure when you see one side of the chart, you also know the other side. See what I mean? It's in the denominator.
Oh.
In arriving at another value, but not the critical ratio. It's
estimate to complete.
Estimate to complete, yeah. And your estimate to complete can be based on 3 different levels. And the last level is where you take into consideration both the cost performance index and the schedule performance index.